Here in the heart of March Madness, there is significant sadness in the Bluegrass. NCAA tournament bids are considered a birthright by Kentucky fans, and this year that annual expectation went unfulfilled. This NIT season marks the lowest point in the last 20 years for the Wildcats since Rick Pitino arrived and returned King Kentucky to its throne. But after his successor, Tubby Smith, won the 1998 national title, the winningest program in college basketball history has lost its place among the game's elite. There have been no Final Fours since then, and this year there isn't even a spot in the dance. After 10 seasons, a weary Tubby Smith fled the spotlight's glare for Minnesota. And now Kentucky has divorced itself from the second heir to Pitino's throne, Billy Gillispie, after just 2 ugly seasons. This is a colossal failing on 2 fronts, Gillespie's and the school's.
It's a great honor for me to be here standing at the place where they basically invented basketball.
Gillespie was hired suddenly in April 2007 after Billy Donovan turned down the job and feelers to other coaches were rebuffed. Athletic director Mitch Barnhart went to the guy he knew would say yes. Either never wondering how he'd fit in this fishbowl existence or badly miscalculating it.
The tougher it is, the better I like it.
The trouble began when Gillespie obstinately refused to sign his contract. He never did. Every time the subject came up, Gillespie had a flippant response that indicated this was no big deal. But multi-million-dollar contract impasses always are a big deal. Last season's Wildcats did go 12-4 in Southeastern Conference play, and Gillespie was co-coach of the year in the league. He stuck around for a second season, and the Wildcats were actually 16-4 overall, 5-0 in the SEC, and there was speculation about an undefeated league record. Instead, Kentucky wound up 8-8, collapsing in a weak league and losing its last 4 regular season games for the first time since 1907. Along the way, Gillespie grew more publicly critical of his players. After losing in the second round of the SEC tournament, the Cats were out of the NCAAs. The season was an official catastrophe. Kentucky has blown a hire at its most public position at a critical time in the program's history, and Billy Gillispie has blown the chance of a lifetime.